Hello, I'm Dr. Brandt Gibson, and let me give you two examples, and we'll come back to those here in just a second. But number one, my daughter came home one day and she started telling me about everything that was going on and how she just didn't feel happy. She was just sad, really, really sad. And I started talking to her and asking her why, and she started saying about this happened and that happened and these people did this to me, and I don't know why my friends aren't doing this and everything. And I started looking at her and saying, okay, where's your happiness coming from? What is the reason that you could be happy or not happy? And you're giving other people the power to decide if you're happy or not. Now, we'll come back to that. I was sitting in a hotel room all alone, and I had just dropped my phone on the bed and fell to my knees devastated because one of my heroes, my mother, had just informed us all that she had stage 4 lung cancer and that they were telling her she wasn't going to live very long. I was by myself. Everybody else was together where they could comfort and help each other, but I was by myself. And I was devastated. Fell to my knees and basically started praying because I needed some kind of comfort. Now, the interesting thing is over the next couple years, as my mother suffered with cancer, I watched her turn on the happiness, to physically be able to flip a switch, and she was happy. And she wasn't faking. It wasn't like she was faking it and saying, I'm just going to pretend to be happy. She was absolutely happy. Now, how can you be happy when everything is out of control, when your life is messed up, and when you are going to die? How can you be happy when you got chronic pain and you're hurting all the time? Well, my mother was a perfect example of this. She had done it for years. She was just happy. She was always happy. And my desire was to say, okay, how do I bottle that? And one, put it in place in my life, but also take it and put it in my children's life, help my daughters and my sons to know how they can truly be happy, and then maybe even reach out to others and help them know how they can be happy. What's the difference? And so I did some research and I started going into this. And I said, I need to find out what this is. And I found some amazing coaches that mentored me and allowed me to take this information and teach it to you, teach it to other people from their structure. So basically I took their structure from the Transformation Academy, and basically started teaching it, and I kind of tweaked it and modeled it a little bit easier after what I'm now finding that works for me and for those people that I am working with. And it's a big deal. It's a really, really big deal. So Joel and Natalie Rivera taught this process, and I want to show it to you. I'm trying to get here to share the screen with you so we can actually show you exactly what's going on here, because it really is a big deal. So let me jump here. So we've got is hedonistic happiness and eudaimonic happiness, and there's a distinct difference. Many of us spend a lot more time in hedonistic happiness, and my mother, even with cancer, even with chronic pain, was able to be in eudaimonic happiness completely. So let me explain a little bit, then I'll remind you of this structure here. So the truth is, hedonistic is an externally influenced happiness. Hedonism basically means that they're seeking pleasure, avoiding discomfort. And by doing that, they are getting happiness that happens to them based on the next activity, the next party, the next situation. And the environment has a great play on this. So if you had cancer, then you can't be happy if you're only hedonistic, if you only have hedonism type happiness. It's also the reason that others can make you happy or make you sad, because you're basing it on them. And so the process there is, okay, I want to take it from the external, where all these influences are making it happen, to make it happen so it's internal with me. And I will come back to that here in a second. But the steps are hunger, H, acceptance, A, personality, P, perception, P, you, basically who you are, Y. So happy mood. And that's the way that you can actually take. So if you have a happy mood, you can go from hedonistic happiness to eudaimonic happiness. And what is eudaimonic happiness really? Because you're going, well, it has demon in it. Well, yes and no. EU, you means, it basically means good. And demonic means godlike power or spirit. And so basically eudaimonic happiness is godlike happiness, or godlike good power. And so you're basically taking power, taking control of the happiness, and the happiness is coming from your spirit, coming from internal out as opposed from out in. And that's a very, very powerful, and it's deeply based on purpose. It's deeply based on in the journey and who you physically are that makes it a happiness. And really, if you're truly eudaimonic happiness individual, you're going to find joy in the journey. You're going to find joy in the daily situations. You're going to be grateful for what's going on in life, and that's going to bring you happiness. And you're going to change the story in your mind so that you actually choose happiness and find happiness and seek for happiness and focus on happiness, because that's what then comes into your life. And then ultimately, because you have such joy and such happiness, you're going to reach out and serve others. My mother, even in the last months of her life, was able to flip on this happiness, this eudaimonic happiness, and we would watch her serve other individuals, reach out and help other individuals. There were times when she was in severe pain and she would stand there and talk to someone that just needed to talk and share her love and her feelings with them, because that was one of the places where she got her happiness. So my question to you is, are you ready to choose happiness and start to make happiness as opposed to have happiness happen to you? You're going to bring happiness into your life and the joy into your life, and then you're going to share it with others. That's eudaimonic happiness. And it's a process. It's absolutely something that we can help you do to choose it and get that control. Imagine the power that you could have if no one ever again could make you sad or make you angry or make you irritated, because you were choosing to be happy. This is Dr. Brandt Gibson, and welcome this morning. And hopefully you will be able to take this and share it with the world and start to choose happiness, because that's the secret. As you choose it, you will watch it change your life and change the lives of those that you are around. Thank you. Have a great rest